Hi there, this is Eshu. I'm the abbot here at Zenwest Buddhist Society. This Living Zen-podcast is just one of the many resources we've created at Zenwest to make Zen practice and training more available and accessible to people all over the world. Instructional videos, printable resources, and much, much more are also available on our website at www.zenwest.ca. If you're a regular listener, I'd love to hear from you. So please drop me an email at office@zenwest.ca and let me know who you are, how you got started, and what brought you to Zen. Everything we make available in person and online at Zenwest is only possible because of the support of our members and associates, people like you. If the efforts of our community are making a difference in your life, I'd like to invite you to show your support and take part in making it happen by becoming an associate or member of the Zenwest Sangha. You can do this by clicking the Join Us tab on our website at www.zenwest.ca. Thank you for your support, and thanks for listening.
Good evening. Welcome to all of those of you who are new tonight for your first time. Please be at ease while I'm speaking. Try not to move too much, but make yourself comfortable. If you need to readjust, look this way, please feel free. One of the major aspects of Zen practice is its capacity to help us awaken to our deepest potential, our deepest capacity. For most of us, from the time that we're quite young, our lives become a process of limitation. When we're children, it seems like our possibilities, our options are vast and wide. When we're just babies looking up at the ceiling from the floor, I think the possibility of who are we going to be? What are we going to become? Where are we going to live? These options, these possibilities, before we can even speak, are vast. As we develop through our childhood, we begin more and more to take on character, personality, conditioning, programming from our culture, from our family, from our social circles, from our environment. Some of it is given to us, and lacking different examples, different possibilities, we grab onto it. Facing a problem, it's just the solution that's offered to us, the solution that's presented, the solution that's most comfortable and convenient. There are other aspects of our character that we choose when we see options. Particularly when we're going to school, and in high school especially, we look around at the people who are there, the social circles who are there. We make choices and decisions about who it is that we want to be with, what it is that we want to do, what kind of person we want to be. And we become that, we take that on. More and more we forget the boundless potential, the possibility that existed when we were children, just young babies. That potential hasn't gone anywhere. That capacity hasn't evaporated. It hasn't been cut off from us. But in each of the choices that we make, the path that we walk, the direction that we choose, becomes more and more limited. This I that I create, this I that I take on and accept, become, it's not an act of expansion to become an I, to hold fast to who it is that we think we are. It's an act of limitation, definition, distinction. More and more, as we get older, we become more and more fixated on the kind of person that we are, who I am, what I do, what I like, what I don't like. Older and older, more and more fixed, more and more clear on this and that. And for many of us, there comes a point in our lives where we begin to feel the edges of that, where we begin to feel that the choices that we've made, the direction that we've chosen, this person that we've become, has not led us to freedom, but has led us to more and more limitation, restriction, isolation, loneliness. I can't find people that I can relate to. I can't find activities that I enjoy. Zen practice allows us the opportunity, presents us with a practice through which we can, little bit by little bit, allow that calcified structure of I to melt away. We engage, right at the beginning of this evening, we engage in this activity of chanting. Before we get into the words, we just have this sound. We start with humming, and we start with just toning the syllable ah. There's no deep meaning to this, not in a conceptual sense. But it's a practice that cuts beyond conceptual meaning and allows you to return to this origin, this limitless capacity, this unified connection that we always have with all things in this vast cosmos. And just with this sound, we connect. And we know experientially for ourselves that this limited, separate I is something that isn't permanent. It's not something that's fixed. It's not something that can't be changed, that can't shift. And in Zen practice, just as in our formal practice, this is where we begin with this simple realization. In each and every activity that we do in formal Zen practice, again and again, we investigate this activity of dissolution, letting go of this shell, of this structure, of this fixed idea that we have created and attached to, this limitation. And more we allow ourselves to dissolve into this primal origin that is without limitation, that is without boundary, that has limitless capacity. Now this sounds maybe nice, sounds maybe wonderful. But the truth of the matter is that we attach to the things that we've created. We attach with strength and with will and with determination. Even when we find that the things that we're attached to cause suffering for ourselves and for others. So sometimes the practice of letting go, the practice of dissolution, is not one that's easy or comfortable or pleasant. I've heard it described as being like giving birth. I've heard it described like taking a big shit. Letting go of all that we think we are, to return to this origin, to return to our source, to experience and realize our true capacity, is difficult. But each of the practices that we engage in formal Zen practice, are aimed at this single realization, this single experience of dissolution and the realization of our true capacity. When we chant, it's an invitation to step outside of yourself, to step outside of your concerns about whether you sound right, whether you're doing it right, whether you'll look like a fool if somebody will see you, whether you're too loud or you're too quiet. If you're able to just let go and be the sound, we step outside of the shell. We step outside of that limiting structure and we become a part of something much, much bigger. When we walk in Kinhin, this walking meditation, it's an invitation to make a connection, a profound connection with the world that's around you, with the activity that's taking place around you. To let go of, oh my God, I'm too far away. Oh my God, I'm too close. Oh my God, I'm out of step. Oh my God, I'm not doing it right. Oh my God, I look like an idiot. Oh my God, I don't know what I'm doing. Or, I wonder what I'm going to do later. Or, maybe I'm a little hungry right now. I wonder what's on television later. Oh God, I've got that project to do. And these activities that we engage in are immediate mirrors, immediate feedback. Are we caught up in our self, in our structure, in this shell that separates us from the world around us? When we realize it, when we feel it, when we look and find our feet out of step with the whole room, out of step with the person in front of us, can we see that? Can we feel that? Can, without judging, without self-criticizing, can we let go and dissolve into the activity that's taking place all around us? Even this simple activity of sitting itself, zazen, is a practice of dissolution. As we sit, our body says, oh, that's uncomfortable. Oh, would you just move like this? I don't want to put my hands like that. I don't want to sit up straight. Oh, I've got a million things I should be doing. This simple activity of sitting, all that's asked in Zazen is for you to sit straight with good posture, to pay attention to your breathing, and to simply be here, to dissolve into the activity that's unfolding in your life right here, right now. There's nowhere else for you to be. There's nothing else for you to be doing. This is it, the complete content of your life. And yet how easy it is for us to be distracted by concerns about our shell. Just as it is, this moment, this activity is complete. Just as it is, it's whole. There's nothing lacking. The invitation is for you to slip outside of your shell and experience that completion, that wholeness, that origin. For those of you who are new, I really want to encourage you to take this practice seriously. It's very simple. Whether we're chanting, or whether we're walking, or whether we're sitting, or whether we're bowing, over and over again, this practice is simply to return to this complete origin, to let down this idea of a self that stands separate and apart from every other thing in this cosmos. And to realize, to experience, to wake up to this simple fact that you are already complete. Already your capacity is limitless. Already all of the choices are open and available to you. To realize it not as a concept, not as an idea, but as an experience that is felt in every fiber, every breath, every activity, every moment. You've spent a lot of time in your life clarifying how it is that you're separate, how it is that you're different, how it is that you're apart from every other thing. So make no mistake, taking this backward step, turning around and returning to the origin is not something you can just do overnight or in 10 minutes a week. This is something that takes an applied, consistent practice. So I want to thank each and every one of you for coming out tonight and beginning this journey. I hope that I'll be able to travel alongside you for some time. Thank you.
Thanks for listening to the Living Zen podcast. If you follow Living Zen through iTunes, I would very much appreciate it if you would take a moment to let me know what you think about it by rating or reviewing the podcast, so that new listeners can also hear what you have to say. Thank you for your time and for your support.